Hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do. Once again today, doing another quick short story review for you in the form of 2004-2005, The Naming of Names, which is of course from the Martian Chronicles. This is more of a story fragment than an actual story. Trying to remember the format of the Martian Chronicles. I think this would be a sort of a continuity thing, a little snippet stuck in between stories to help bridge the gaps over time. But the story is about the colonization of Mars. The first humans came, they fought their battles, pushed back the frontiers, and their names were put on the new places being given their Earth names, their human names. They put their family names on there originally, but then next, after things were settled down, industry came, towns became known, named for the metals that were found there, iron, steel, aluminum. There was even a Detroit too. The dead were buried in places similar to here, places called Green Hill, Moss Town, Boot Hill. But eventually everything on Mars became safe and settled and domesticated. Vacationers came and life was about pleasure. But also with them came red tape and law and Earth-type legislations. And these were the types of things that people came to the frontier to escape. But instead, they found themselves subject to the same laws. And apparently some of them were willing to push back, but you have to read the Martian Chronicles to get that. It's an interesting little piece. For only a page long, a lot is sort of crammed into it. This is very much the story of the founding of American society by European settlers. You came to a place, those places had names, they had a past, but you sort of brought your past with you, started putting your names, your new identities on these places. And then soon the place that you came to, in part, to escape tyranny and oppression, began to develop its own sort of tyranny and oppression. And we have a way of, as we become civilized, eventually imposing the same sort of things that we opposed on other people. So that's really the message of this very short story fragment from Ray Bradbury. Not a lot more else to say, but I like it. In a space of a page, there's quite a bit of message here, and if you sort of follow the news and society and our sort of obsession with political correctness these days, this is very much a topic that comes up pretty frequently. Nobody will let us forget, those of us being of European descent, that we were not the first ones here, and apparently we're supposed to feel bad for what our ancestors did to somebody else's ancestors. It's complicated, you know. It is unfortunate what happened. Sort of reminds me of a line from the movie The Last of the Dogmen. The anthropologist, historian woman says, you know, what happened to the natives was inevitable, but the way it happened was unconscionable. And that's the way I feel about it. But there's no sort of, you can't go back, really. You can't undo what was done to somebody who is dead by somebody is dead. The best you can do is learn from that and learn to treat each other more humanely. And that's what I'm taking away from this story. So yeah, go find your own frontier. But until next time, enjoy some good Ray Bradbury, and I'll see you again soon.